Public projects. In total, nearly $500 million in bonding. Denverite Esteban Hernandez will walk us through some of what's on the ballot in Colorado's capital city. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Ryan.
I'll just note that there's a breakdown of all these measures in the Denverite voter guide at denverite.com. A breakdown so that you don't have a breakdown when you're filling out your ballot. Voters are being asked in Denver 5 times to raise the city's debt, measures 2A through 2E. Talk about these.
Yes, these are all bond questions that combined ask voters to approve $450 million to pay for a bunch of stuff. Each one corresponds to a different set of projects. 2A, for instance, covers the cost to repair and improve places like the Denver Botanic Gardens, the Museum of Nature and Science, and the Denver Zoo. It would also build 2 new libraries and upgrade others. It would renovate a building already owned by the city into a youth empowerment center, and it would preserve a theater at the historic Laredo Heights campus in southwest Denver. Plus, it pays for accessibility upgrades to city buildings in general.
At $104 million, that's about a fifth of the $450 million being requested there in 2A. So say a little more about where this money would come from.
Yeah, so voters are deciding if the city should issue general obligation bonds to pay for these projects. Yes vote means that the city can borrow this money by issuing bonds. This does not come with a tax increase, but it's possible taxes could be raised by the city in the future to help pay back the bonds.
Okay, what about those other bond measures? Run through those.
So ballot issue 2B asks for about $30 million to buy and develop shelter facilities for people experiencing homelessness. 2C asks for $63 million for transit projects, so stuff like roads, bike lanes, and sidewalks. 2D asks for $54 million to improve parks and recreation projects. That includes 2 new parks in Northeast and South Denver. And 2E asks voters to approve $190 million to pay for a new arena at the National Western Center complex. It would also transform the historic 1909 stadium building there into a public market. That neighborhood is pretty much a food desert.
Okay, does the mayor support all 5 of these?
Yes, Mayor Michael Hancock.
I didn't think 2E was a bond measure. I thought that was spending COVID money.
Are pushing the bond package as...
I wonder if they're all spending COVID money, but somehow calling it a bond package.
The city believes these projects will help create jobs and bring in more money by improving and maintaining...
Interesting.
Because they're
Stay tuned.
To spend money to make money, or generate money. What about opposition, please?
So Denver election records show no organized campaigns against most bond measures, but 2E, the one that pays for an arena at National Western, does have some opposition. A group called Vote No on the arena bond is a political committee. They oppose it on the grounds that it could lead to future tax increases, and they question whether it will improve food access to people in the area.
Let's shift to some of the other issues in Denver. Ballot issue 2F has to do with people living together.
Right.